boxing, as it looks like we're going to get a third fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. The two fighters have reportedly agreed to a fight in July after an arbitrator ruled that Fury was contractually obligated to give Wilder a rematch. The first fight ended in a draw back in 2018, while the second match ended in a Fury TKO last year. So, Shannon, what shot do you give Wilder this time?
It was a fight. It's a heavyweight fight. So one punch can turn the lights out of the building.
And he can throw punches.
And he can throw punches. But the thing that Fury did in the second fight is that he knew that Wilder was looking to land that one punch. Deontay Wilder is a fighter. Tyson Fury is a boxer. He's technically sound. 6'9". You see the way he moves. He's fluid. He's agile. So he neutralizes everything that Deontay Wilder wants to do. He neutralized it. Now, can somehow he sneak that right? Because he has dynamite in his hands. Can he sneak that right past Fury's guard? Sure, he could. But do I believe he's going to do that? No, I don't. I do not believe Deontay Wilder has become a better boxer in the absence, because neither guy's fought since they last fought, Skip. So I don't believe Deontay Wilder has become a better boxer. He fired, who do you have, Buddy McGregor? Who do you have in his corner? Yeah, he fired this guy with a Buddy McGregor.
Yeah.
Might have been
fired him.
No, you know who it was? It was the Olympic gold, Mark Breland.
Yeah, because he threw the towel in.
Threw the towel in, yeah. So he got rid of him. I don't believe Deontay Wilder has become a better boxer. Tyson Fury, I was hoping to see Joshua and Fury. I really was, Skip. That's what I wanted to see.
So was Fury.
Yeah. With a guaranteed $75 million each person. Yeah, I look. I give Deontay Wilder about 15 minutes and, bro, step aside. Let me get this big payday. That $75 million is the least they'll get. Could be upwards of $100 million, Skip. So I get Deontay, man, take that $15 million and go sit down somewhere. I'll deal with you in a couple of months. But, Skip, I'm going to take Fury. I just believe he's the more technically sound fighter. I believe he's the better boxer. I believe he does everything. He just doesn't have the dynamite in his hands like Deontay Wilder. But you saw what he did. He can put his punches together and got Deontay Wilder out of there. So I'm going Fury.
Ditto. And to Deontay Wilder, I would say right now, be careful what you wish for, because he's going to get the payday that he legally has just earned via the arbitration. But do you really want to suffer this for a payday? It felt like everything turned completely around in the second fight. Because I remind you, in the first fight, Wilder got him in the 6th round, knocked him down. It was more of a push down to me. But then in the 12th, he rock him, sock him.
He caught him flush.
He caught him.
He did. He caught him flush.
He dropped him. It took miraculous levitation. It's like he rose from the dead.
Like the Undertaker, he sat up in the ring.
He did. I don't know where that came from.
I don't either.
But once Tyson Fury sat up like the Undertaker and stood up, he looked like he was 100% okay.
And I don't believe it. I don't know another fighter that could have took that punch flush and got up from it, Skip.
And it was a draw.
Yes.
And I'm okay with that. And here we came to the second fight, and it was a mismatch.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
It was, you could tell in round 1, wait a second, Tyson Fury has figured him out. And I said after that fight that we always go pound for pound, he's the best, this or that. And we're going down to little guys. But now I'm going up to the biggest guy.
Dude, 6'9".
He's 6'9". What do we give him? Is he 300?
They say he came in at 260, 263.
Yeah, but he looks like...
Oh, but in the offseason, oh, yeah, he's 300.
He's 300.
Yeah.
So pound for pound, going to the top of the scale, he's the best boxer I've ever seen. But for a huge man, he can really box. He can punch. He can skill. He can obviously take a punch.
But Skip, when you look at it, really, they should reclassify this as like super heavyweight. Because the heavyweights that we remember, Ali was 6'3", 205. Floyd Patterson, 195. George Foreman was the true big heavyweight. And then you got Lennox Lewis. And then you got the Klitschko's. And then you got Razor Ruddicks. You got those guys all of a sudden, they were 6'5", 6'6", 250, 260. This guy's 6'9", and you got Wilder 6'7". So they really need to classify. Anthony Joshua is a huge man. They're not like the classic heavyweights where they were like 210 on down. These guys are 250 and up. But like you said, as skilled, you look at these guys, Skip. Our guy Lennox Lewis won the gold medal. He's technically sound. You look at Anthony Joshua, won the gold medal, technically sound. Vladimir Klitschko, gold medal, technically sound. All these guys, Deontay Wilder just picked up his point like, you know what I want to do? I would try that. And he got good. He won a belt. He got dynamite in his hand, Skip. But he doesn't really know how to box. He knows how to fight. He's looking to land that one shot. And Tyson Fury figured out how to neutralize that shot, stay away from it, and just pop, and got him up out of there.
He got him up out of there. So Deontay Wilder did have two legit excuses, you could argue, from the second fight. He shows up, you know, when in his walkout, he's got on a 40-pound suit.
Ain't nobody tell him to put that ish on. He put that on and come out there with the eyes glowing. When it was cool, it looked good. I was like, oh, he about to get, oh, Phil, he about to tear you up.
Was it from Black Panther? I don't know what it was. It was to commemorate Black History Month.
Yeah. The eyes was glowing red. I was like, ooh, Fury, he gonna tear you. Ooh, Fury in trouble. I was like, oh.
But he said it weighed so much that it bogged him down and he was sweating profusely under it, and it took something out of him before round one.
Yeah.
Okay? I'll give him a little excuse on that one.
Yeah. Okay, how about this here? You know, normally you have an idea of what you're going to wear in the fight. When you have tried that on first, it says, you know what, how far am I going to have to walk? It's probably like, I'm probably going to have to walk 100 yards just to get to the ring. So let me put this on. Let me walk 100 yards and see how I feel. Bruh.
Maybe he thought it was worth it on psychological intimidation, right?
Look, Skip, once you get to that level right there, it's hard to intimidate. The last guy that could really intimidate somebody, he retired many, many years ago. That was Mike Tyson.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ali.
But Skip, think about how Mike Tyson came to the ring. A cutout towel over his head, black trunks, black shoes. He had nothing else on. A hotel towel that he had cut the neck out of, draped across his shoulders. That was his intimidation. There wasn't no costume.
And it worked through the Spinks fight. But then once Buster Douglas got a hold of him, that was the end of all that.
The invincibility was gone.
Okay, I got it. The second excuse that Wilder can argue now is he should have been allowed to finish another round. Because they did throw in the towel because remember, he's bleeding from his ear.
Yeah, busted his eardrum.
And he had to go to the hospital afterwards. Okay, I did argue with you the next Monday after the fight. I would have let him continue for a little while longer. It's my namesake, Kenny Bayless was the referee, you know, my blood brother. and he was the one that they threw in the towel, obviously, but he just said that's enough. And you can argue just for civility. That's
how you guys get hurt.
I got it. But listen, this is a competitive you-know-what.
Yeah.
And I thought he was still moving well enough that it's because of what you say. He is a one-punch wonder. And if he could still land one shot.
He can get him up out of there.
Right. And he didn't look gassed to me. I wasn't sure he was that hurt. He was getting outclassed.
Right.
He was getting mismatched. But
if you look at Skip, look at the guys that they used to fight 15 rounds, and you and I remember when they fought 15 rounds, and then they cut it down to 12. And you look at the way Ali was talking later in his career, and you look at Joe Frazier, and you look at Ken Norton, and you look at all these guys. Skip, you don't want to take that kind of punishment. And he was not going to win that fight. Kenny Bailey, sometimes a referee, not only do you, make sure everything's on the up and up, but you got to protect these fighters for himself. Kenny Bayless has been around long enough. He knew Wilder was in trouble.
I got it. Well, especially if Breland throws the towel in, then
Mark Breland is Olympic gold medal.
You have no choice.
Yeah, he was on the '84 team, which is arguably the greatest team that the Americans have ever sent to the Olympics. People can make the case for '68, obviously '60 with Ali. I think Frazier won in '64 and Big George was in '68. But that '84 Olympic team, go back and look at that with Breland and Whitaker and all those guys that won gold medals. Breland was a damn good fighter in his own right, but he was a great trainer also. Bruh. He did the right thing. He throw the towel in.
Yeah. Okay. So the rubber match, the trilogy fight.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think it will be more of the same of the second fight.
Yeah.
I don't blame Deontay for wanting. Again, he needs the payday, number one. But okay, I'll give you a shot. I just don't think you got a shot.
I'll take 15 minutes and go sit down. And as soon as and I want to win a Joshua Fury. Whoever wins the title, I want that person. And
unless Tyson Fury is looking ahead to Joshua, that's the only shot you got.
Man.
No.
I was looking for. Man, Skip. I ain't gonna even lie, Skip. I forgot all about Deontay Wilder had a rematch clause in that fight.
Yeah.
Because everybody was talking about Joshua, and they had finally settled. I think they're gonna fight in Saudi Arabia. And the site fee, they built all this money. And Fury talking about, I talked to the defense ministry, and everything's good. We good to go. And I'm like, yeah, we about to get the fight. And then they're like, arbitration? Who got arbitration?
Yeah.
The judge said, nah, you got to fight this guy. He had a contract. You got a clause in that. You got to give him a rematch before September.
Yep.
Like, oh, man.
All right, so
I will
July
watch, but I'll have no expectation.
Watch, but
I'll
no
watch it.
expectations. But we're definitely all watching. We can agree on that. You know what else? We should all be watching.